Sweet baby, you're giving him access that he didn't earn. You're serving this man like a wife, and he's showing up in your life like a visitor. In this video, I'm going to talk about 3 ways that you need to stop giving him wifey access. If you're new here, welcome to Heal the New Sexy, where we discuss all things healing, self-love, and relationships. My name is Cynthia. I am a licensed therapist and coach. I recently did a video about when a man marries the next woman after he's had a girlfriend for years. And that video sparked a lot of conversation, very good conversation. And so it made me think about how many women are showing up, and they're showing up and really performing and engaging in self-abandonment, hoping that a man would choose them in order to marry them. So I'm going to discuss those 3 ways. And I want to hear from you down below in the comments if you've ever showed up this way. If you're watching this video, I know one of these you probably have engaged in, or you're engaging in right now. And if you're doing it right now, you need to stop it, okay? Because performance is not going to make a man marry you. And many of us have been taught that we need to perform for love, but that is not the case. The man should love you because he loves you. He should marry you because he can't imagine living his life without you. Not he's marrying you for your emotional and physical labor. Okay? So, wifey service number 1. You've become his mommy. You've become the primary caretaker of him. Listen, stop auditioning as his mother. A man who wants you to raise him is not, first of all, he's not ready to be a partner. And after a while, you're not going to want to be with that man. If I could tell you all the women who are showing up as a mother to their husband and they are now disgusted with their husband because it's like, I'm mommying him, it doesn't make for a good relationship. It's almost incestuous at this point. And it's because he's a grown boy, as Tony Gaskins would say. Okay? Listen, you're doing his laundry, cooking his meals regularly. You making sure that his breakfast is cooked, and you're making sure that he has lunch. You pack his lunch, but this is not your husband. This is your boyfriend that you're doing this for. You're cleaning his place. I remember working with a woman who was upset because her husband didn't clean up the house. Meanwhile, when they were dating, his mom would always come up and clean up the house. Red flag, don't you see the sign? He's not going to clean. And so then when you take on those roles, you begin to mommy him. You begin to mother him. And nobody wants to sleep with their son. But many women do these things because they're hoping to get a ring. You got to pay attention to how you show up. Managing his schedule. Reminding him of his obligations. Oh, babe, did you pay the light bill? Oh, babe, did you do this? Oh, babe, did you do that? How was this man living before you came in his life? What was he doing before you? Why did you come? Why do you come in this way? That's the questions that you have to ask yourself. Why am I coming into this man's life and I'm now managing everything for him? He doesn't have to do anything. That's like when people are planning weddings and he's like, oh, just plan it and I'll show up. Now, I did a video about 7 signs that this man is not able to lead. So you want to watch that video. This right here, when you come into a man's life and you're doing all these things for him and he's just sitting back, that is a telltale sign that even in your relationship, he's going to do that. He has no leadership skill or ability. This is not a man you want to follow. Okay. Now, in a healthy relationship, do you do some of these things? Yeah, you do. But this is to the extreme. Okay. So there is balance. Yes, as a wife, you're going to cook for him. Yes, as a wife, you may clean up after him. You may manage his schedule. Hey, baby, did you do such and such? Oh, thank you, babe, for reminding me. But if you're like, okay, I got to do all these things because I got to prove to him, I got to show him that I'm a wife. Oh my gosh, I got to prove because I want to be chosen. Girl. Running his errands, setting up appointments, taking care of his kids. Why is you picking up the kids when he's supposed to be swapping them with his child's mother? Now, unless you guys have a healthy co-parenting relation, he and his ex-wife or the mother of his children have a healthy relationship, and so it's cool. But why are you interjecting yourself into things like that? I'm gonna show him I'm a good stepmom. Why? No. You need to pull back, okay? Women fall into this because we are raised to believe that nurturing makes us valuable. But caretaking isn't love, it's labor. Let's talk about your nervous system and how it shows up and why you're doing this. When you've dated emotionally unavailable or chaotic men, your nervous system gets addicted to being useful. You heard it here first. And let me go a little bit deeper, because some of you guys haven't scheduled your coaching call yet, which you need to schedule. Okay, link is down in the description. You learned to be useful in your childhood. Now, y'all know I'm the eldest daughter. Y'all know I'm not talking from science, I'm talking from experience. So you've learned that your role, your place, your meaning, your purpose is to serve, 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 serve. So when you get in relationship, what do you do? What do we do, class? We serve, 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 serve. Meanwhile, we're dying. Meanwhile, we feel like we're not being seen. Meanwhile, we are pushing our needs to the side because we watched our mothers do that, and then we've done it and we do it ourselves. So your nervous system is regulating and helping you regulate and stay in this unhealthy relationship. I'm about to do a video for y'all about detaching, and you're going to love it because I'm going to talk to you about your nervous system, okay? Our nervous system plays a role sometimes in us staying in these unhealthy relationships and creating these patterns. So you showing up to serve and perform has also to do with your nervous system, because this is how you've managed yourself in chaotic systems. So let me tell you about me. For example, grew up in a chaotic home, but I knew if I did my chores, if I did my homework and did my chores, nobody was going to talk to me. And if I stayed in my room and out the way, nobody was going to talk to me. I wasn't going to get in trouble. I was out the way. You are in your relationship performing this way so that you can be out the way. You're still not showing up in your relationship. Okay, I hope you're understanding. So taking care of him feels safe even though it's exhausting. A grown man who wants to lead a relationship will lead himself first. If he can't care for his own daily life, how is he going to cover you? How is he going to take care of you? How is he going to be present for you? How are you going to be present for yourself? If you have your life and now you've taken over his life. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to release the caretaker role. If he wants to be kept, let him keep himself. She can't keep a man. We not listen. No. Wifey service number 2. I like that. Free emotional therapy. Listen, you is not his therapist. And I can tell you this, even as a therapist, I don't want to be my man therapist. Okay, now let's put some balance in there, of course, because there's going to be a man. What you mean? I can't tell him about that ain't what I'm saying, okay? But when you are doing a whole lot of emotional labor in the relationship to the point where it feels like you're suffocated and there is no space for you, red flag. Let me give you an example, because you are not his emotional support animal. You're helping him heal childhood trauma. You're coaching him through his goals. You're explaining basic emotional intelligence to him. You're soothing him after his poor decisions. Oh, okay. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, okay. You soothing him after his poor decisions. And let me tell you about a really high-skilled, manipulative man. He will go out and do something and upset you. And then he will deflect. He will get angry. You ever told a man about himself and then he got angry and it made you shut down? Or then all of a sudden you apologized? So he's out there making poor decisions. And you are out there and you are in the relationship helping him cope with his poor decisions. You're managing his insecurities. So you've changed. Maybe you have a bubbly personality. You're just naturally friendly and people are drawn to you, but you know it makes him feel insecure. You know, even you could be at the grocery store and people are just drawn to you. It don't even have to be men, but because it makes him upset, now you are managing yourself so that, you know, that people don't come and talk to you. Meanwhile, you're dying on the inside because you have a bubbly personality, because you're extroverted. Does that make sense? You're managing his insecurity. When he met you, you was like, boom, bow, bow. You was that girl, you got dressed, did your hair, did your makeup, put your clothes on. But now with him, because he's upset that you're getting male attention, now all of a sudden you're changing how you dress. Because you're managing his insecurity. Oh, let's not talk about you boss babes. I don't like that title. Oh, you think you're better than me because you have more money than him. So you slow down on spending things and talking about things as it relates to finances because you're what? Managing his insecurities. You're being his accountability partner. Now, I'm going to give an example because, yes, when we're in a relationship, we should hold each other accountable, okay? I recently said I wasn't going to drink no sodas. Baby, I was in Chick-fil-A and I had ordered me a soda. I thought, whoa, sir, you speaking to me through the speakers. You're embarrassing me in front of the Chick-fil-A man. Hold on. Yes, we hold each other accountable, right? We do. But you shouldn't have to hold him accountable for paying his child support. You shouldn't have to hold him accountable to take DUI classes or to stop drinking. Like the level of things that women are doing, you showing up as his trauma therapist, his substance abuse counselor, you showing up in all those ways. And the question is why? Now, let's say he has a business and he's like, babe, for Cyber Monday, I want to make sure I have everything out and emails out, and I want to rack in $2,000. You're like, baby, I believe in you. I believe in you. Do you have everything together? Okay, cool. I'm gonna be rooting for you. I'm gonna be supporting you like that. But some of this high level of accountability, he got a court date. You making sure he's at court, and you, for a man who's not your husband. For a man who went out there and made poor decisions. Let's talk about the real problem. When a man hasn't done his emotional work, he will latch on to a woman who feels safe. And so I did that video about being an empathetic woman and how you attract narcissists and toxic and flawed men. This is why. Because he hasn't done his work, you feel safe. And this is the thing. He will use your empathy against you. He's going to play on that. He's going to tap dance with that, which if we go back to the first point, men know women are nurturers. And so many women show up being very nurturing because we feel like if we do this, that he's going to select us, he's going to choose us. No. Listen, but he's not bonding with you. He's using you to regulate his nervous system. He's using you to calm the chaos in him. Remember, men be like, oh, I just want some peace. I just want some peace. They want a piece of yo and this type of peace. I wasn't going to cuss. Calm down. I wasn't going to cuss. I wasn't going to say that. That's what the two pieces he want. Piece of that tail and a piece. And you walking around looking like me. You had hair down your back. You've been using sacred and all kinds of stuff. You got hair down your back. And you with that man looking like me. What? Listen. If you grew up in chaos or survived toxic relationship, being the strong one feels familiar. So you end up picking men who require rescuing. Are you trying to? Why every man? Because you are picking up men who require rescuing. It's a damsel in distress. You talk, these men so sassy, but you keep rescuing them. Why? Schedule a coaching call. Link in the description. If you like Cynthia, I am a man. I need help. And let me tell you something else. Many of us are in these relationships where we're rescuing men because that's all we saw. We saw our mothers, our aunts. We saw them rescuing men time after time after time after time. That man did not have to get life right because she was going to ensure that he did. No more. You mistake emotional labor for intimacy. He feels helped, not inspired. These are the consequences. You're not inspiring him to do better. Now, there are some women who show up this way and that man changes. He does a 180. He's grateful for her. But it's hard to determine a man who's going to show up and do his work and be grateful for you versus a man who's just going to be a leech. And he goes from woman to woman to woman. Now, a way to determine this is you need to ask him about his past relationships. And that will help you to identify whether he's a leech or whether he used women. Because there are men that use women for housing, for their lifestyle, and they go from one woman to another. And once that woman realizes who they are, then they end the relationship. But then they say, oh, she didn't want me because I didn't have enough money or I couldn't do this. And they show it up in certain ways. They're not telling you the truth about why those relationships ended in the past. that woman got tired. He wasn't showing up the way that he needed to. He wasn't showing up the way that his representative did. Okay. Another consequence, he outgrows you after you're doing all this and chooses someone else once he's stable. He just used you as a stepping stone to get to where he wanted to go. And we see that as well. You see a woman building with a man, putting in all of this work, and then he leaves her and marries someone else. He may have children with her, business with her, all kinds of things that built with her, and he will leave her. Okay? You become drained and resentful. A wife supports, but a girlfriend shouldn't be doing intervention level. That's what I do. That's what they pay me to do. Emotional labor. That's what I do as a therapist. That's not for you to do. Point your man to therapy. Stop being a woman he heals with so he can marry the woman he's healthy for. Ooh. Wifey number 3, financial entanglement and life merging. Without no true conversation about y'all getting married. What is we doing? Y'all know I love you. If you're still here, I want to let you know that I love you and I appreciate you. Thank you for rocking out with me. I just, over these past, in this month of November, we have grown by 1,000 Heal Squad members. Some of you have joined the membership. Be sure to join the membership. You click the button below that says join, or on your laptop join, because I want to see you inside the Heal Squad membership. But I want to let you know that I appreciate you. And the reason why I come on here and I do these videos is for you, because it is my desire that women date in a smart way and that we have healthy, loving relationships. Okay. So let me keep going. Love you. I love you so much and what you're doing, that from the bottom of my heart. All right. Now, he's not your husband. So why are you funding him like you guys are sharing a household? Now, there's some women that you may be living with a man. Okay. But, okay. So let me give you some examples of financial wife services. You paying his bills. Can you pay my bill? Can you pay my telephone bill? That's what Beyonce was saying. She was like, can you pay my bill? But you paying his bill. You paying his child support. So he don't get locked up and he don't lose his license. And then you mad at the woman. She got him on child support. Ooh, why? What you mad at? Because he didn't take care of his child. Okay, but you pay his bills. You spotting him money regularly. Oh, baby, I need some lunch money. Oh, baby, I need some gas money. Y'all going on dates and you sliding him the card under the table. So he could pay. You're sharing subscriptions. Now, this one ain't too much, but he don't have none. Meanwhile, you got Hulu, Peacock, Prime, Netflix, and you shared it with him. And he don't give you no money for it. Dang, you can't even share? He over at his house talking about something. He calling you, babe, can you upgrade to YouTube so that I can watch the football game? Y'all got YouTube Premium now. Co-signing anything. Car, house, loans. No. Letting him borrow money he never returns. Oh, baby, I'll pay it back. Oh. What's this? This it's almost December. Tax season coming up. Oh. And he asking you, oh, you got your taxes yet? Oh. Taking on expenses to make his life easier. A man who sees you as a partner will invest in you. He will not drain you. A man who sees you as a resource will drain you. Okay? If you grew up in survival mode, you might equate financial help with love. A lot of women, even, let's say this, I think I see women who grew up with financial issues on two sides of the spectrum. There are women who either grow up, they become financially secure, they meet a man, right? I'm talking about unhealthy sides of the spectrum. And so they're going to help him. They're going to pour into them because they know how it is to struggle. Then the flip side of that is the women who grow up poor, or grow up in poverty or lower socioeconomic status. And they say, okay, well, a man gonna have to take care of me because I'm not going to struggle anymore. I'm not going to suffer anymore. It's two sides of the same spectrum. And then in the middle is where there's balance. Okay. So, but supporting a man financially is not bonding, it's burdening. He is a burden. Okay? So what I want you to reframe, this is the reframe. Your money, your credit, your stability, those are privileges reserved for someone who is committed to your future. Don't mess up your credit because of a man. You buying stuff on your credit card for him. He needs something, you getting it. You pay. Not a man who can't commit to consistent communication. Okay? So, a man who you're committed to, you merge your life with. A man who is showing you that he's just using you, no. So, men don't commit because of how much they do. They commit because of how they value you. He has to see your value. And your value is not just through the service. The value is in your humanity. And for many of us as women, we've never been taught my value is me, not what I do. Not what I do. I'm valuable. God put me on the earth for a specific purpose. He put you on the earth for a specific purpose. There's your value. That's the value. Not just serving a man. No. Okay. Doing wife work for a man who hasn't made you his wife is the fastest way to become invisible. Stop rewarding minimum interest with maximum effort. You have to know that you're the prize. But you can only be a prize when you act like one. Take your time, protect your energy, and stop giving husband benefits to a man who hasn't given you the title, the commitment, or the consistency. I love you so much. I love you so much. And I want you to win in every relationship that you're in, okay? If you haven't subscribed, why not? Why haven't you subscribed? Subscribe, like, and also share this with another woman, okay? This is Heal the New Sexy. My name is Cynthia.